Good pass stolen away. Jalen Brunson and MALACHI FLYNN. 102-92. 5:40 to go. Harris makes a move. He's got 31. The rookie out of the University of Nevada from Dallas, Texas. Shot clock down. Taken away by FLYNN. MALACHI attacking and takes it to the bucket.
How about that?
Doncic.
He ripped them that time. Big win for the Dallas Mavericks, and the Raptors gave them all they could handle tonight.
1 o'clock game on Sunday, and Nick Nurse, it's interesting when he met with the media before the game, he talked about this year more so than any. The first thing that they're going to do is everybody's going to take some time away.
You know, I think obviously the move to Tampa was, you know, not what we really wanted, but we felt like, you know, it was going to happen, and you know, you want to be home, you want to be comfortable, and things like that. You know, it was going to be a change of scenery.
I mean, first I was happy that, you know, we were getting another opportunity to play basketball. As far as the relocation, you know, I wasn't necessarily sure what to expect. I had never been to Tampa. I didn't know a lot about it or anything like that.
We took it in stride. I know I took it in stride. I think, you know, one thing that last year and even this year that I think the Raptors I've learned from being here is that we pride ourselves on being professional and ready to play and ready to do our job at any point in time. Sore, hurt, rain, sleet, or snow. So we were ready to come here and compete at our finest.
I mean, we really didn't think about it too much. I mean, it's hard, it's tough, but you try not to think about it. You just want to move forward and find a way to get comfortable, you know? I mean, for me, it took me like about a month or two, like, to find a house, you know, like I was in a hotel for a while. So like, I think just like a lot of different things that kind of outside of basketball that usually sometimes needs it. And for me, I'm a homebody. Like I love being home, and you know, I think it's the most important thing. You know?
It was a very quick turnaround for me, just trying to find a home and figure out what I'm gonna do with my family and come down here and get acclimated for camp and all that. So it was a tough start, you know, just being unsettled and moving somewhere new and trying to get comfortable. So definitely was a challenge just from the very beginning.
Again, that's the nature of the business, like we're in, and it happens, and you find ways to adapt, and I think that's what we do as athletes, and I think that, you know, that's kind of like was our focus after that, you know, after the shock of everything, and it was just like, you know, let's find a way to make this, you know, kind of home and make this work.
And that will be Toronto's home for the duration of this 2020-2021 season. Earlier today, the Toronto Raptors announcing that they will finish the season down in Florida, citing reasons related to the ongoing pandemic, obviously as it relates to the border and public safety issues.
Yeah, well, I mean, you talk about support staff there. Support is supposed to be supporting us, and there's nobody supporting them, and they're all displaced, and they probably missed home, they missed their families, they're here on different benefits, and they're in a different country, you know what I mean? So it was an experience for everyone.
But yeah, we definitely think about them and the sacrifices, and you know, just, I mean, it's probably not that easy for them to just, you know, fly the family out, you know, every time and things like that. So which for us, I mean, I know with COVID it's hard, but we still can make it happen, but it's not as easy for everyone, so we understand that.
It was a super inconvenience, and that's why I appreciate them more than they even know. They've sacrificed just as much as I have to be here and help us out. A lot of people don't know how much they help us do our job so much better. You know, we see our coworkers and our support staff more than we see our own family, and likewise with them. So the fact that I can come in every day to work, per se, and almost feel like a boys and girls club, like feeling as in we're all having fun, we're all here as peers more than we're here working together.
So I would definitely say it's just been a challenge, it's been difficult. But you know, I feel everybody has embraced it to the best of their abilities. And you know, we've made the most of what we've had, and you know, everybody's just been trying to be positive about our situation. You know, we would all like to be in Toronto, but you know, we've all just been able to take advantage of this opportunity and try to do the most with it, what we can.
Basket. Where the beans at? Anybody got beans? Maybe we'll get some good local Tampa beans.
Those guys have been our true soldiers, right? They've been our true troopers because they've been here every single day, and we know, we know and understand that this is not their home, right? This is not their home. This is not where they live. This is not where they are, comfortable. But they've been here and they've been working and every single day, and we know we thank them for that.
I need about 4 basketballs and coaching staff and any other staff members that would like to shoot for this last 100. Come on, AG, Jimmy, Jordan, Big Jack. I won't do it. You. Yeah, boss. Like one of your good. Oh, here it is. Shelby. Just like me. That's good.
We have a lot of chemistry. Obviously, it was our first year together with some of the new guys and some of the new rookies. But the base of the team, I mean, those guys already know who they are. I mean, they obviously are past all-stars, and we just had a good group, I think.
Hey! Hey! Off the floor, everyone likes each other. It's always a good group of guys around here. So we're all like friendly, all like hanging out with each other. So we all get along.
Our relationship kind of grew as we got along and as we got a chance to play with each other more and more. And it was fun being around them. There's a lot of great personalities. It's a good environment every single day to work with. So, it was fun doing that.
This is the first season for me, but day one, I knew I'm gonna fit in well because, we have great teammates. I mean, they're super friendly. Been through a lot of games, a lot of winning, losing. We always stick together.
And I think it's Raptor basketball. When you come and play with the Raptors, you're coming into a family, you come into a structure, you come into, an organization that really takes care of its player and wants everybody to work together. So, through all the ups and downs, I think we did a good job at staying together.
You guys are winners, and that's what I am too. The way that we play basketball, the way they play basketball, they have that winning mentality, and I love it. In Orlando, every time we lose, it's like the end of the world, and that wasn't like that. So, I'm looking forward to playing with these guys in the future.
Yeah, everyone's cool, so we like everyone.
Rock, I feel you when you baby, thank you. When you camera.
No.
Peace out. Peace. Hello. Hello, kid.
We're going somewhere?
The game at 1 o'clock today.
Oh, 4 o'clock?
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock?
Yeah. 1 o'clock.
Are we going?
Yes. This is, it's not even as weird. It's like the uncertainties, right? You never know what's gonna happen next. Unfortunately, not playing, but, we're already eliminated and, it's just weird. Weird time, weird year, weird everything. pandemic and all that stuff, you know. This is like kind of I've been through this day, what, twice now, kind of? I believe twice is I would say the first time when I was a free agent and coming off my first deal, you know, I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know the situation. I didn't know what was going to happen, like, you know, be the future. But, you know, I resigned. And then the second time when I already opted out before the year was even started, you know, I was like, all right, let's see where where it makes the most sense and most dollars, right? And, you know, I was back. But this one is a little bit different because, you know, there's decisions that has to be made, you know, business-wise and, you know, for myself personally, without, you know, again, for myself and my family. Like, you know, it's just different. It's just different, right? Like, it's just, and everybody, it's kind of like not hard to explain because I think everybody knows what it is. It's like a different feeling. But we'll see what happens. But tonight, you know, I want to see these young guys continue to get better. Hopefully MALACHI gets a 30 ball so we can have 11 guys have 30 this year. That'd be cool and we get a win, you know. So that's really, it's weird. So, you know, we just go in there and then tomorrow is, you know, kind of the exit day and then we go from there.
I think Kyle is like the heart and soul of this team, the engine.
You know, it starts with him, honestly. He just kind of sets the tone just for kind of like everything that happens with the team.
Everybody looks up to him when something's not going right. He's just kind of the person that people look to just kind of figure out what's going on and have some comfort in it. And for me personally, I think he just showed me what a true pro is.
He's almost like a glue piece, I'd say. Like, he just, you know, since we got here in the first place, he's done a good job of, you know, the young guys, the new guys, you know, just being in our ear, just helping us out at all times and, you know, trying to get us as ready as he could, you know, and I think he's been doing that all year. He still does that.
He's just a great guy, a great teammate, motivational guy, like leadership. He does it all, and he's just a great guy. Enjoy playing with him a lot.
I mean, he's the greatest Raptor of all time. You know, obviously, he's won a championship. You know, he's won multiple All-Star. You know, he's lead this team a bunch of times. I mean, I've been part of this team for 3 years, and I've seen him lead us all 3 years, up to the ups and downs. And
coming in for us young guys, you know, Kyle was, you know, DeMar, Kyle, you know, Kyle. Those is the guy that we looked at, you know, and for me that, you know. They saw our journey, they saw my journey, Kyle saw my journey, me coming from, you know, this, you know, the little skinny kid that just runs and he threw this long passes to, you know, to being, you know, who I am, a North Star and things like that, you know, like just learning from him and not only on the basketball court, just outside of basketball, you know, he's been in the league for I don't know how long, and I mean, it feels like a lot of years, and you just hope that one day you can, you know, have that amount of years, you know, in your belt. Yeah, he's definitely been, you know, a big brother to not only me, but like a lot of us, and he's a big part of, you know, this organization. And
well, I mean, he is the organization. He has been the organization. And when you think about the Raptors, you think about Kyle Lowry, and that's saying something. That's not a small feat. That's not something to just brush over. What he's built here and his time here is amazing, and his legacy is stamped and locked in forever. For me personally, he's meant the world to me as a friend and a brother and a teammate.
The things we do together, we're together, they're like family, you know, by the end of the year, right? And most of them, you know, now I've played with P and OG and Freddie for the longest of times now, and they've been here with me, and they're like my brothers. And then you go through a whole season of, you know, being together almost every single day. The reason they mean so much to me is because I want to see them successful, because I want to see them take care of their families. I want them to be able to have generational wealth for their families, right? Because that's the most important thing is, you know, yeah, championships and everything, but we do this, we get paid a good amount of money, and why not up the value of everybody on your team around you so they can take care of their family, their kids, their their moms, you know what I mean, like their generational wealth, and that's an important thing to me is how do I help them take care of their family and get them to where they need to be.
That's going to do it. The Toronto Raptors will finish the season 27-45. Indiana will improve to 34-38. They will play in the play-in game, and you see Nick Nurse, the handshake, and Ken Maurer, the hug. So much respect for Nate Bjorkgren, and Adrian Griffin coming over to Nate Bjorkgren as well. There's O'Shea Brissett, and the appreciation. Nick Nurse heading over to the bench of the Indiana Pacers, and Kyle Lowry and TJ McConnell there. And the Toronto Raptors fall 125-113. In 72 games, they made it through the relocation. They made it through COVID. And they made it through this season, as difficult as it was. And here's to better days ahead, Jack.
I mean, my respect level for Kyle is out of this world. The sacrifices I've seen him make personally, and then knowing his career and talking to him and being around him, I literally hope he gets exactly what he wants. Like, I hope he gets exactly what makes him happy.
For sure, my hopes for Kyle is he gets the best situation that is for him and his family, you know, wherever that is, whether it's in Toronto, whether it's elsewhere, you know, obviously don't want to see him go. But at the end of the day, I just want what's best for him and his family.
Whatever makes him happy. Like, I'd love for him to stay here. But whatever he wants to do, whatever's best for him, honestly, and his family.
Obviously, I want him to come back, but at the same time, you know, we're human beings, and you know, whether it be here or another team, you know, I'll be cheering for him. I'll be rooting for him because he's one of the best leaders I've ever played with, and he's a great guy.
You know, we're all rooting for him, and you know, there's no scenario where he doesn't land on his feet, so he's in a great position.
Not afraid to openly talk about that with all my players, that their value in the marketplace and finding the right home is always it. And we know we found a great one here in Toronto, so that's always still our priority is to keep he's a great player, right? And he means a lot to our organization. Free agency's always choppy waters, though. It's a competitive business, and a lot of teams are competitive, and we'll see how it goes, and we'll hope for the best. Well, it was certainly challenging, right? I said it was tumultuous. I think every time we got over or through one brick wall, another one got put up. It seemed like all year long.
Unpredictable. I think that's the biggest thing. We didn't know what was gonna be here. Talk that we're gonna be in Tampa. Who knows how long we'll be in Tampa.
I think we deal with a lot. You know, COVID, injuries, coaching staff having to be out the game for a couple games, new players coming in and out. I think, yeah, we struggled this year when it comes to just, you know, being a whole team. I think we had like 1 or 2 games where everybody was healthy. So,
you know, one thing that I was taught when I was younger is adversity creates opportunity, and you know, I've definitely gotten an opportunity to jump in the rotation and you know, kind of showcase what I can do, showcase my skills, and just try to help out in any way I can with the team. And a lot of us guys have.
Boucher soaring in. Oh, Utah, you did.
You know, being in this type of situation has been definitely a learning experience, but you know, I take it all in stride, and you know, I'm grateful, you know, just for the opportunity.
Attacking, spinning, gliding over the shoulder, banks it in.
I think it's been a journey, like everything else. A bunch of different adverse situations come up, but I think, you know, just overcoming those, I think that's made it this year successful overall. And so I think to have this opportunity that I've been having more recently to get out there and, you know, play and show the work that I've been doing, I think that just caps it off for me.
Kyle looking for him, he gets another two.
There it is. The Raptor record, Fred VanVleet.
You know, COVID made me realize that, like, you know, life is short. You know, you gotta, you know, you can't take things for granted.
Trent, 2 seconds. Trent drills it for the win.
But the biggest thing was, I think there was some togetherness, some enjoyment, good spirit. So with that, we got to be happy.
I still don't really know how to feel about not making the playoffs, other than I've come to terms with it. I've accepted it. You know, for every game that we lost, I felt like I played a part in it, so there's no looking back. You know, I had my chances to help this team win, didn't do a good enough job of that, and so you take this as a lesson.
It hurts. I mean, it's tough. Like you said, I've been in the playoffs, you know, every year that I've been here. I mean, and I feel like it's something that I'm kind of used to, and you forget, you know, what it feels like not to be in the playoffs, and you get used to that feeling, and it's not a good feeling not to be there, right? Like, we always want, like for me, like I focus on the summer and I want to get better every summer, and I always feel like, oh man, I wish I had a little bit more time in the summer to work on this, on that. But like you really don't want more time, right? Like you want to be in the playoffs, you want to be the last team standing, and yeah, it sucks. It sucks.
This year was different for everyone. Every team in the league had to go through this, and even throughout the whole world, everyone's going through something different and unusual, but just trying to make the best out of it. And I think we all tried our best this year. And even we know we're a really good team. We think we could easily be in the playoffs, but sometimes it's just how it goes. So we'll all be motivated this summer to work hard and come back better next year.
It stinks, right? Because of the competitive nature in me, and I only play for championships, right? And that's the reason we play and we compete. It stinks, but there is no but. It sucks, like simply as that. Simply put, it sucks not being able to be in the playoffs and playing for a trophy.
It hit you sideways a little bit. I didn't feel great when that buzzer went off last night, and cleaning out my office and things like that at the arena, knowing, you know, you're kind of putting the balls away for the year. Unfamiliar territory, never where you want to be. But in one sense, it wasn't that bad to put a wrap on this season. I think it's been long and hard and difficult for us to navigate. So it was probably at its end. It probably time to put the balls away.
Yes, this is North. We the North Philly. Yeah, that's the pooch. So many dogs around here. So many dogs around here. You good? We'll talk. I know. Yeah, we'll talk. Yeah, you know. When you text me, yeah. It would mean a lot to be able to come back and be able to, you know, give it a more of a run and get my kids to be able to see that they're friends, right? The stability that I was talking about, right? The stability of knowing where you're going to be the next 4 or 5 years, whatever it is, and that's big, right? That's the biggest thing for me is like my family and the stability of my family and my kids. You know, that's and basketball purposes, it just gives me another year to hang out and try to win another championship in a franchise that only has one, and it was probably counted out to never get one in general. So that is the big thing, is I'll be able to make that push and try to make that run. Oh, shoot, I need to take this. Give this stuff away. Yeah, you can think about it. It's like, oh, well, it might be a great ovation and this and that and a tribute video, but you don't, I haven't even, like, because it hasn't happened to me, right? The 2 times I got traded to the two teams, right? I got traded to Houston, I got traded to Toronto. So it's a little bit different. Those two other stops wasn't as important as Toronto has been to my career and my life and my family's life. So I haven't gotten to that point yet of understanding what could possibly, but we'll see what happens. Well, I mean, it's a place where I've, become the player I am, the man I am. Showed me so much love and support. It's been home for me the last 9 years. It's just one of the places that is special. When you build something the way I've helped build something, yeah, it's a special place. It's a special moment, a special country, that I'm a part of.
Obviously, we want to be able to go back in Toronto and play in front of our fans, and it's something that is super important, and it's our home, and we feel like we need it.
Just being an optimistic person, hopefully we're back, hopefully it's open, hopefully we got fans, hopefully we can go out and get back in touch with the community and be engraved in the community, because that makes up a big portion of who we are and who we are as a team and as players and as people, is that love and that energy that the city has, and there's nothing like it in the league. So hopefully we need that going forward, especially being the only team that's out of the country.
I would imagine that the crowds are going to be even more vibrant, passionate than they've ever been. And I think we will feed off that. I'm excited to see what levels that can be pushed to, and how hard we can play, and how much we can sacrifice and give for our teammates to get the result in our favor.
Play hard, man. Play hard. Do it together. That's it. Nobody's going to help us. Nobody feels sorry for us.
For us as a team, disappointing year, but we see a lot of growth. We see a lot of growth in some of our players, and we still have like a good core group that can get better, and I feel like it's time to take the next step.
It's gonna be a big summer for me. Hopefully coming back, I feel like I put myself in a certain situation, in a position to, when I come back, there should be a bigger role wherever that is. So comes with that is way more responsibility. It's 24/7. It's every day. It's no days off. It's no breaks. And I understand that. So going into this summer, really just gonna start by preparing for that, whether it's mentally, physically, my body, and get ready for the long year that's coming up.
First time not being in playoffs, so I know it's definitely burning for a lot of these guys deep down. I mean, especially winning the championship. I haven't got to that part of the season yet, but I know a lot of these guys want to get back to that situation, and I'm looking forward to trying to help these guys get there.
I'm excited to get back out there with those guys. Have another summer together, have a real summer together this time, hopefully, and be able to build that chemistry and be able to come out and just put on a show. Honestly, I think that's what we all kind of hope for this upcoming year. So to be able to go out there and just shut everybody up from this past year. Yeah, we had a down year this year, but I think that we bounced back. We got a really good team. We got a good group of guys, and so I think that once we continue to gel and continue to build that, I think we'll be a tough team to beat.
I think the whole season is going to fuel us. I think we learned quite a bit. We know what's important. We know what we value. We know who we want to be. But you're right, I think it puts a little extra fuel in the tank, a little extra motivation and desire to get back among the league's elite teams.
We are all gifted, and we're all talented, and we're all confident. So I know next year we're going to come out hungry and aggressive early. So I'm looking forward to that.
The organization, second to none. The coaching staff is amazing. The players here, they work hard. With all those things boiling in the pot, can't do anything but, stir up success. So that's about it. It should be excited. It's a lot of hardworking guys, a lot of talent over here. What is there not to be excited for?
I think, for any team, if you're competitive, your goal should be to win. Your goal should be to win it all. And, I think that's what you should be working towards.
Yeah, well, there'll be no shortage of motivation, this summer. You can, whichever way you want, whether you had a bad game or you had a big game and it wasn't enough, or we lost, and, I think everybody should be looking in the mirror and seeing what they can do better and how they can be better. And it's not any one person's fault. But we all had our shortcomings this year. And so you look at that and see where you can be better, come back a better player, we add some more, be a better team from start to finish, and I think we'll be happy with where we end up.
I think we're looking at a team that's going to be super hungry. I think we're looking at fans that are going to be starving for the games and being back in the arenas and all those things. And we'll keep hoping and praying that that's the case, because if it does all work out and come together, we're going to see a really exciting Toronto Raptors edition.
Thank you.